Hi, I'm Steve Oliver and welcome to Landscape Business Blueprint. Now, I've put together a series of short videos to help landscapers and landscape designers with their marketing processes. Before we get into those, I'd just like to spend a few minutes explaining who I am and what my involvement in the landscape industry is, so you can make up your mind as to whether or not you should be listening to what I have to say. Because I personally, if someone was giving me some information, I'd want to know about their background and who they are and what their involvement is in the industry that they're talking about, and all this kind of stuff, so that I can make up my mind as to whether or not they're worth listening to or not. So based on that, I've put together this short video as a prelude to the other videos. Now, in case you missed it, there's the devastatingly handsome photo of yours truly up in the corner there. So that's who you're talking to. Well, that's who's talking today on the video, just so you know who I am. Now, I worked in the supermarket industry before working in the landscape industry, or before starting my own landscape business actually. I worked in the supermarket industry for 20 years. Now, I started off as a after school boy, bagging potatoes at the local supermarket, and I lived in a small town in the central North Island of New Zealand, and in fact it was a really cool town to grow up in. It was really centred around outdoor activities. I mean, we did hunting and fishing and you know, bike riding and you know, bushwalks and mountain climbing, all that kind of cool stuff as kids. And basically if you couldn't do it outside, we didn't want to know about it. We were really into outdoor stuff, and it was absolutely fantastic wee place to grow up in. Anyway, I can remember getting my first job when I left school at the local supermarket. In fact, I got my first job while I was at school at the local supermarket, as I say, bagging potatoes, and it was my job to break the potatoes down, break the big bags, like 20 kilos, which is approximately 45 pounds, bags of potatoes, break them open and then repackage them into smaller, I think it was 3 and 5 kilo bags, if memory serves. Something that was 25 years ago, or probably 30 years ago now. But I don't know if you've ever come across potatoes that have gone off, but they absolutely reek. Probably out of every bag, every 20 kg bag, there'd be 3 or 4 potatoes in there which had gone off, and they turn into balls of slime, and they absolutely reek, and it's slimy and it goes through everything, and it is disgusting. So I had to clean this off, of course, as part of the process, and repackage these things. So I'd go home smelling like a smelly thing on National Smelly Day, which wasn't too good. But anyway, that was my job. And eventually I left school and started at the supermarket on a full-time basis, or on a permanent basis. Eventually working my way up into a management position and running the supermarket, I guess you'd say. I wanted to shift over to the coast, so I left that supermarket and packed up and moved town with my to-be wife, and shifted over to the coast and got a job at another supermarket. And it was quite a good job, but the guy that owned the place, well, let's just say him and I didn't get on. We didn't see eye to eye, and to be absolutely honest, I couldn't stand working for the guy. And I wanted to go and do my own thing, but I'd had enough of doing or working in a supermarket. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew that I didn't want to spend the next 20 years working in the supermarket industry. So anyway, in the meantime, my wife and I, we decided we'd build our first new home, and we had a landscape designer draw up a landscape plan for us, and we went about, you know, in the weekends and what have you, putting the landscape together ourselves. And we did this because we wanted to save ourselves some money. It was our first new home and all the rest of it. And we had a young child on the way and this kind of thing. And anyway, I realised while doing the landscape around the new home that I could actually do this. It was something that I had flair and talent for, and that I could do this. So I went and enrolled in a landscaping course at one of the local polytechnical institutes, and I completed that, and then did friends and families designs and what have you for practice, and slowly but surely picked up a few clients of my own. Now, at the end of 1999, I actually decided to go and quit the supermarket industry because, well, it seemed to me that I was a cog in somebody else's money making machine. It just wasn't working for me, so I decided I'm definitely going to go and do my own thing, and that landscaping would be that thing. So you'll see on the page there's my username there. If you click that, it'll take you to all my other videos. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.